Hey, it's Angry Weeb, and we back today, guys. I appreciate this scaler right here. He came through. He was honest with me. Told me I need to talk louder. I need to be more pronounced, and that's what I'm gonna do today. I also made sure my phone was working a little bit better. My mic, as far as you guys being able to hear me, and me being able to hear back on the video. So I appreciate that. He also people have been telling me to edit a little bit better. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a good editor. I can speak, and I'm a pretty decently loud guy in person, and I can speak, but I'm not a great editor. So I just appreciate you guys' patience with me. I appreciate the power scaling views. Some of you guys have been with me for about 2 years. Some of you guys have been with me for a year. I appreciate all of you guys. I'm gonna get some more videos out faster. I'm gonna get better at this. I thank you guys. A lot of times I just like to come on here and talk and speak about some of the things that I'm thinking about as far as anime, manga, and verses. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Today we'll be discussing why, and I'm gonna butcher a couple of these names, guys. Asguero Elbern and the Quincy's, and why they are unable to steal Ichigo's Bankai. We'll also be talking about what it means to be a special war power. And a special war power is a character that was stated by Yacht to be able to turn the tide of the war between the Quincy's and the Soul Reapers. I wanted to get into this topic early because I don't want power scalers to get confused. I wanted to get in this topic early because I don't want power scalers to get confused. So let's dive in and analyze what is really going on. So the first reason Ichigo Kurosaki does not lose his Bankai is sort of a spoiler if you have not read the manga. Or maybe you did read the manga and you just forgot. Nevertheless, it has been found that Ichigo's mother was a Quincy, and so Ichigo possessed Quincy blood inside of him. And that is one of the reasons the Quincy's are unable to steal Ichigo's Bankai using a Quincy medallion. There are also a few other reasons and hypotheses, and they all have. And let me say this: every reason has a root within the manga. The other reason that has been found and that is stated within the manga itself is the fact that Ichigo's Bankai has untapped potential, and this was stated by Yamamoto, the captain commander of the 13 Go team. Captain Yamamoto hypothesized that Ichigo is capable of resisting the medallion because the limits of his Bankai are unknown. While this is somewhat true, there are two things we must consider. Yamamoto was not aware of Ichigo's Quincy heritage, and I think he was referring to Ichigo's potential in general, just not his Bankai. Now, I do have evidence to back this up, as this is where we dive into the five special war powers that are discussed by Yacht within the Bleach manga. Of the five special powers in more detail, Ichigo, Kurosaki, Zaraki Kenpachi, Kisigi Urahara, Ichibi, Hyosube, and Aizen Sosuke. Now, yes, each of these characters are powerful in their own right, but they are special war powers for different reasons. Yacht stated Ichigo is a special war power because of his potential in general, and I agree. See, the difference between Yacht and Captain Yamamoto was that Yacht had the knowledge of Ichigo's Quincy's background. He knew Ichigo's mother was a Quincy. He also had information regarding his hollow form as well. So we as power scales have to understand that Yacht expected Elbern to fail at stealing Ichigo's Bankai. Elbern was nothing but a decoy to place the main force or heavy hitters from the Wanderer into the Soul Society. Each one of the five special war powers in some aspect is capable of defying Yacht's almighty ability. Later on I will be coming with a video discussing how each of the five special war powers Later on, I'll be coming with a video discussing how each of the five special war powers defied Yacht almighty precognition powers. I want to make sure the power scalers understand that there are at least four plausible reasons as to why the Quincy's are unable to steal Ichigo's Bankai power. Number one, Ichigo's potential is completely unknown. Due to Ichigo being a merge between three races, Shinigami, Hollow, and Quincy, his ceiling is beyond all three. Yachi's almighty precognitive ability has trouble keeping up with Ichigo's growth as a combative. It is likely, due to Ichigo attaining his Bankai in an unconventional way, the Quincy's are unable to steal his Bankai. Number two, Ichigo's blood as a Quincy could have made the medallion obsolete, as the medallion stems from Quincy research. So why would they want to harm themselves? Number three, it could also be Ichigo's hollow powers, which will be discussed later on in the anime, but Quincy's cannot steal Arrancar's resurrection due to hollow spiritual powers being poisonous to Quincy's. So they're poisonous to Quincy's. The resurrection of Arrancar's Espada. Hence why one of the Quincy's asked why Aizen kept them around. Again, due to the medallion being of Quincy research, the Quincy's are aware of this and probably created the medallion strictly for Bankais and not to harm themselves, so they would not absorb resurrections from Arrancar's. And the last but not least reason is that guy Elbern is not nearly as strong. You know, it's not strong enough. It's not nearly strong enough to defeat Ichigo. He barely could hang with Ichigo's base Shikai form. And just like the Mafuba from Dragon Ball, a character must be stronger or of the same level to that Shinigami's Bankai to steal his Bankai. A weaker Quincy cannot absorb a stronger level Shinigami's Bankai. And let me know, what reasons you guys have for Ichigo's Bankai not being absorbed in the comment section down below. Please hit that subscribe and like button. And just to kind of recircle what we talked about in the last video, this is why on some character scaling I put possibly higher, because a lot of characters have yet to be fleshed out, and it's usually ultimately up to the writer how far they can ascend. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. This is AW, and I'm out.